Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can use the new Phantombuster AI Phantoms to generate messages to invite people to come to a webinar. I will be using some different Phantoms. I'm going to use a Phantom to make sure that I only send it to people that might potentially be interested. I'm going to use a Phantom that is going to write the message, and then of course the regular Phantoms that we use to scrape data from LinkedIn and then send out the messages. So the first thing you need to do is go to the Phantom library and find the Sales Navigator Search Export Phantom. Here you connect your cookie and then you paste the search URL from your Sales Navigator search. We will go back to that in a bit. Here you just select all the ones you want and then it's just gonna go one time. Then you let it run, and while it's running, now it's like really getting all the results. The next Phantom that we will get ready, that we will need, is the profile scraper. So from all the results that we now just scraped, that was just the overview, the URLs from all those people, but we don't really have the detailed information yet. So we will need the profile scraper to get the detailed information so that we can really tailor our message. Now I'm just renaming some of my Phantoms so that it's just a bit clearer what all these Phantoms do. This is the one where I just export the Sales Navigator search results so that, again, at that point, I just have their information like their name and so on. Here you can see the segmentation I made. For this experiment, I want to send out these requests to people that I'm already connected with. I just want to invite them to my webinar. So therefore, you see here, my connections are first-degree connections in people in marketing in Belgium with certain company headcounts. So these are 470 people that are currently in my network. And then I copy that URL, and in that Sales Navigator search exporter, in that searches to scrape part, that's really where I pasted that exact URL. Here I just selected the maximum and I just want all of them. So you see here, now it's running and it's exporting all the profiles that are available. All right, and we're done. So you see here, it's done. It exported all of the specific needs. So now we're gonna connect the scrape LinkedIn profiles. Here we can select all the results from our previous scrape. That was the search exports. Here we need to be a bit more careful. We cannot scrape these more than 150 profiles per day. Not interested in specific email addresses. But here we're now going to automate that it's going to run a couple times per working hour. So that then every working hour, it will go and get 10 more profiles. It will scrape 10 more profiles with all the information that I need to that enrich. First time, I always launch it manually to see, is everything working? Did I connect the previous Phantom correctly? To then see my results and see if everything is going well. As you see, it can log in. What I always do is that I then go to the activity tab, because in the activity tab, I'm a bit of a nerd. In the activity tab, I can really see what is going on behind the screens. So while all of that is loading, we're going to prepare the next phase. We're going to add a next Phantom, and that is our AI LinkedIn profile Enricher. I really want to put that in there so that from all the people that I now scraped, all the info I have, I'm now going to make sure that I only going to send this message to people where this message might be relevant for. So even though I already made a nice segmentation in Sales Navigator, this allows us to make it even tighter and make sure that it's even more relevant. So then my prompt is here going to be that I'm going to ask GPT to analyze all the available LinkedIn profile information and ask, would this person be interested in a webinar on how to use generative AI to create images? Very important. I always at the end here ask for only reply with true or false or yes or no, so that they don't say things like I'm not sure, and that I just very, very clear. What's next is that you need to give this new field, this new output, this thing that GPT will generate the name. So I gave it interested. And I said, okay, you can just use all the content we have from that LinkedIn profile scraper. You can use that. And now we're just going to test this on only the first 10 needs. Going to run it manually, and we're not going to run it repeatedly, because we first want to see how it goes.
Then we see here on that LinkedIn profile scraper, we're at 80% at the moment. So we'll have to wait a tiny bit until all the profiles are scraped, and then we can do our next. Fast forwarding here a bit, and we are done with all the profiles. So then the LinkedIn profile Enricher, we already configured it correctly. I'm gonna just give it a nice name so that it's easy for me to know what all my specific phantoms do. And then once I'm ready with that, I'm going to let it run, and then it's going to contact GPT for each specific person that I have, and then check what the response is and see if it's a yes or a no. So here you see it running. It goes quite smooth. It already did like almost all of them because I only extracted 10. So you can see here, all right, it's done. All 10 are enriched. And then I can have a look there in the results tab. And what I see there is that it's a bit, my results are not so nice. I have interested true, interested false, AI's interested false. It's not really very clean. I wanted it just like yes, no, true, false. And now some fields it doesn't have anything, other fields it does have something. So it's not really what I want. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm just going to adjust my prompt a bit so that I have cleaner data, that it's just yes, no, and that I have maybe a bit more people, because now a lot of people are false. Maybe I want a bit more people. So I will change my prompt to, could this person be interested? Potentially be interested. So it's way softer than, would this person be interested? And then I'm going to ask to reply with, instead of true or false, I'm going to ask it to reply with yes or no. So that is, I modified my prompt. So that's why I only tested on the first 10. And then you see, is these the results that I want? If not, just modify your prompt. Again, gonna do it on the first 10. We're gonna let it run. And then it's going to contact GPT again and gonna do the exact same thing for these 10 people to then see if it's now a yes or a no. While the enricher is still going, because it needs a bit more time right now, I'm already going to prepare my next step. So I'm going to add my next phantom, which is the AI LinkedIn message writer. Yeah, I don't really have the right thing to connect there yet, but I will leave it empty for now and I will connect it later. So you see here, you can choose GPT 3.5 or GPT 4. It will cost you a bit more AI credits, but Phantombuster is very kind and already gives you quite a bit of AI credits to play with. So I'm going to now write my own prompt where I'm going to explain what I want to do. I want to make sure that I send a LinkedIn message that is personalized based on all the information that we have from that LinkedIn profile. Explain a bit what my webinar is about, include a link, and then I have GPT now write this message for me. Then I just modify the prompt. I add a lot of the information in there, and that's it. That is all the stuff that I need to connect to install right now or configure right now. Now I just need to wait until the enricher is completely done, and then I just take the results of that and use it for our message writer. All right, the enricher is now done. It has now enriched the information and answered all our questions. And if we look at the results, it looks good. We have yes, no, yes, no, but we have clear yeses and nos. What I'm now going to do is that I'm going to use a Google Sheets to filter and to make sure that I'm now only going to send the message to the people that are potentially interested. I'm using the formula import data there. Nice thing there is that you can just give a CSV file, and the URL of the CSV file you can just copy from Phantombuster. You paste it in there, and it has then all the nice data in there. What I now want is that on a second sheet, I want to have only the people where AI interested equals yes. I don't know the formula by heart, but good thing I have access to ChatGPT, and I will ask our good friend ChatGPT to give me the formula that I need to create this second sheet. All right, and then ChatGPT gave me the formula. I just copy it, I paste it in my new sheet in just A1, where then it will then automatically expand. And then I have only the profiles that have interested yes. I don't have the headers right now, so I will insert one row above, and I will just copy the headers from on top and then paste them there. What you see there is that you cannot just paste it regularly. You need to do values only, so it's actually just the text and not the formula. So now I have there nicely the people that are only the people that are AI interested. Important, if I'm gonna use this file now with Phantombuster, I need to change the access right to anyone. Then I can copy that URL of the specific tab. So this tab with the people that have yes. I go to the LinkedIn message writer, and remember, I didn't complete it there yet. I had to still enter the URL. I did that now. Say, okay, you can use all LinkedIn leads data. The more you have, the better. And then, yeah, that's it actually. Then we have all that information, and then we can let it run. My prompt is still there. Save. I'm gonna run it again only on the first 10 leads. I'm gonna run it manually for now, and then I'm just gonna launch it. So here it wrote all the messages for us. We can see it here, but again, I want to import those results in my Google Sheets so I have a bit more space and I can modify it a bit if I want. Same formula, just the import data, you paste the URL in there, and then you will see everything coming in. The only problem I have right now is that I can't directly edit it. So I create a new sheet and I just copy everything. And then I again do paste values, because then it's not the formula, then it's just the values. So then I can really edit the message and tweak it a bit how I want it. Yeah, I'm putting here Mathieu first because he's going to be my test. Make sure that it looks a bit nice and it's good readable, that I can see all the messages, and then I can confirm like, okay, it's nice. If I would do this again, I would tell ChatGPT how long the message it might be, because it's a bit long. What you see here, it wrote your name, several parts. Okay, no problem. We can just do find, we do the your name and just replace it with my name, which is Nicholas. Just do it in this sheet and it's all replaced. Great, it looks good. We're now ready to do the final step and really send out all these invites. So we're going to go back to our good friend Phantombuster, and then we're going to use the message senders to send it to our first degree connections. It's the final Phantom we need. The message sender. The message sender only works on your first degree connections, but since we made the segmentation in the first step where it was only on our first degree connections, then it's actually perfect. Again, we paste here the URL, make sure that you're in the correct app in Google Sheets because it will take that one. We already set the permissions to everyone, so that's perfect. We're going to send it to everyone, and here we select the AI message as the parameter, which is that first step, that AI message, that A1 or that A column. So we select their AI message, we do save. We're just going to do one for now because we want to do a test. So one message is going to go out. No emails are needed. We're going to launch it manually, but here you see you can also automate it. So if you want to send it over a period of time, you have a lot of people that you need to send to, then definitely choose repeatedly and send out 2 or 3 messages maybe per time to send it out. So you see here it's getting ready, but you see it failed. It couldn't find any profiles. So I did something wrong. I forgot something to configure something. What I did there is that I didn't in the spreadsheet settings select where the LinkedIn profile URL was. Because the Phantombuster, of course, needs the profile URL to then open that profile and send that message. That happens, but that's the good thing of going through the activity and see what is happening and then learn from it and do it better next time. So then if you see, I will go back to the activity, it will connect to LinkedIn, it will find that there's actually one person that I want to send to, which is there, Mathieu de Belder. It will open the LinkedIn profile of Mathieu and it will then open the chat bubble and it will start writing the message. You will notice it takes quite a while. It really wants to simulate that you're manually typing it, because if you would like send these long messages and it will only take 1 second for each message, yeah, then LinkedIn will figure it out pretty fast. You can see it's done right now, and I'm also going to verify it by going to LinkedIn, seeing that I wrote that message to Mathieu, that it's all in there. It's exactly how I wanted it to be. It's a bit long, so in the future I will ask Phantombuster and GPT to do it a bit shorter. But you can see it really works. It's really nicely personalized, and this is really, really powerful.
Thank you for watching. I hope you now have an idea how you can use Phantombuster's new AI Phantoms to make sure that you're sending highly personalized messages. We'll go way further than just hi first name, I see you work as a job title at company name, but that we can really go that next mile with automation. So hope it was interesting. If you have some questions, if you have some remarks, feel free to share them in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.